Hey everyone, my name is Jeanette. It is March 30th. We're still all, being advised to stay at home a little bit more than usual. So I figure I would share with you guys one of my favorite hobbies, which is raising monarch butterflies. In case some of you maybe don't know or don't remember what a monarch butterfly is, I'll show you real quick. So that's what a monarch butterfly looks like. They're super pretty, a nice orange color on the wings with kind of the outline in black. Very, very pretty. Fun fact, monarch butterfly is actually our state insect. Really, really cool. So I'm going to keep this video very kitty-like just because I have some kindergartners out there, even a few pre-Kers that are wanting to see this video. So I just want to make sure that it's easy for them to understand. But okay, how does a butterfly become a butterfly? Well, so as a monarch caterpillar, their number one job is to just eat milkweed. So they munch on milkweed in order to store all that protein that they're eating so that when they become a butterfly, they'll have it, because a butterfly doesn't actually eat. The butterfly will just drink nectar from different flowers. So since the mom monarch butterfly knows that the only thing her babies can eat is milkweed, she goes flying around looking for milkweed leaves. And so when she finds milkweed leaves, she climbs on top of the milkweed leaves and lays her eggs underneath the milkweed leaves so that they're safe. So when you're looking for this stuff, you look under the milkweed leaf. Sometimes it can be on top. And they just look like little bitty white dots. And they're the cutest thing. I'll show you a picture real quick. See, I told you, it is super, super cute when you can see little white dots of the eggs there. So normally, they stay in their eggs for maybe 4 days. I've had a few that have stayed 5 days until they hatch. So when the baby caterpillar comes out, before it starts eating any of the milkweed, it actually eats its little egg, right? Because it's really high in protein and nutrients. And so it munches on its little egg. And then after that, that's when it starts eating every single bit of milkweed. So with the caterpillars, they stay caterpillars for, on estimate, maybe 9 to 14 days, okay, give or take. And they grow really, really fast. So in the first picture I'm going to show you, it's very, very young, right? And so the different stages that they go through are called instars, okay? And there's 5. And in between every single instar, they shed, right? So they kind of stay really still, and then their outer, their skin kind of dries off, and they wiggle, and get out of it because they're growing, right? So their original skin just it doesn't fit them anymore. So they wiggle out of the old skin, and now they've got, they've got like their new skin, right? So they go through these 5 stages, and all they're doing is eating and eating and eating, and they're super, super chunky at the end of the day. And I'll show you some pictures of, bigger ones, and then I'm going to put a video on there that I like of one that was munching, and I didn't speed it up. Like, they just are fast munchers. It's super, super cute. Watch these pictures. Okay, so those are some pictures of some caterpillars that I had last year and some that I have right now. So as you can see, they go from really, really tiny to really, really big in, 9 to 14 days, right? That's not a lot of time when you think about it. And I had put a little dime coin there just so you can kind of tell, their size. So right before the caterpillar realizes, I think it's starting to become a butterfly, they climb up to where, wherever they can find, they climb up and they create this little, what they call like a silk button. So they make this little sticky substance with their mouth, right? That makes like a little bitty button, little dot. And they turn around and they kind of go backwards and they grab onto that little sticky part with their feet, right? Their back feet. And once they know that they're safe and really, really stuck on there, they actually drop and swing. So they're being held on by their back feet and they kind of create this J, and it's called J hanging. So I'll show you a picture about that. So see, it literally is a J. They're hanging from the back legs and it just looks like a little J and they stay there for a little bit, okay? So remember how I told you that the caterpillar has the 5 stages, right? And in between each stage, they shed, right? So their old skin comes off and their new striped caterpillar skin comes off with a bigger size so they can fit since they're growing. Well, when they're in their J-hang, okay, kind of the same thing happens. So their outer caterpillar skin starts to come off, but instead of there being new striped caterpillar skin underneath, it's now like a green skin, right? And so it looks kind of like a green caterpillar. And it wiggles and wiggles and wiggles and wiggles and wiggles. It's still being attached by the feet up here, right? And so it wiggles and wiggles and wiggles. And then once it realizes that all the skin has been taken off, it slowly will shrink up. And then it turns into the chrysalis. So the chrysalis is a beautiful green little thing, and that is going to be the caterpillar's home for the next 10 to 14 days. And inside there is where all the magic happens, where it starts turning and turning and turning, and that's the stage right before they come out as a butterfly. So watch. Okay, so once they have reached that point to where they shrink back up, after wiggling, 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 and they turn into the chrysalis, it's a little hard now, okay, like you saw in the picture. And so they stay in the chrysalis, like I said, 10 to 14 days, give or take. And then the last 24 to 48 hours, so the last day or two before the butterfly comes out, which is called eclosing, the chrysalis actually starts turning black, and then, so it's black for just a little bit, and then it turns clear to where you can actually see inside the chrysalis. So I'm going to show you pictures of that, and you just try to think and maybe guess what it is you can see. Okay, so hopefully you were able to see inside where you can actually see the wings. So this whole time that the caterpillar has been inside the chrysalis, it's been changing, right? So it's been like magic, and it changed and it actually developed the wings, right? So everything is inside ready to go. So what's next? Well, once it's time to go, right, it'll start opening. Okay, so here's the chrysalis. It'll start opening and the butterfly actually slips out. It's still dangling. It slips out holding by its legs, and it's hanging upside down in order for his wings, or her wings, to open up. Okay, so now when the butterfly comes out, when it ecloses, it kind of looks a little weird, right? Because its wings are kind of all crumpled up because it's been squashed in the chrysalis, and its tummy is actually really, really chunky, right? And so when the butterfly ecloses, the butterfly starts twitching its belly, okay? And so what it's doing is that his belly is full of fluid, and he has to twitch and twitch and twitch, and that actually sends all that fluid through the veins of the wings, which is the black lines, and that's what helps fill up the wings so that they're completely open. And then the butterfly will kind of hang upside down and just stay there to let the wings dry. Okay, so watch. Well, now that you guys are butterfly experts, I'm going to tell you another cool fact. You can actually tell whether a butterfly is a boy or a girl based on certain patterns in their wings. So I'm going to show you a picture. When you're looking at the top of their wings, okay, on the bottom wings, if there are two black polka dots, okay, that's a boy. Those polka dots are pheromone glands or scent glands, and only the boy monarchs have them. So I'm going to show you this picture. Okay, so let's go over what we learned. A monarch butterfly starts off as an egg, right, that the mama lays on the milkweed because that's all that caterpillars can eat. And then they hatch from their egg after 4 to 5 days. They go through their 5 stages of caterpillar, which are called instars. Then they go into their chrysalis for 10 to 14 days, and then they eclose as a butterfly. And we also learned how to tell if a butterfly was a boy or girl. And we also learned that they are super cute and like to eat a whole bunch and are super, super friendly. And they kind of tickle when they crawl over you. Let's see. We'll call this guy Jeffrey. Say Jeffrey. All right, well, I hope you guys had fun with this just for fun video. I guess do your homework, listen to your parents, and definitely don't forget to wash your hands. So if you have any questions, I hope I covered everything. Just let me know. And I'll be here with all these guys. I've got about 44, 45 right now. So we'll see, but I'll definitely post when some of these guys start going into chrysalis and then when I release them. So here you go. Guys, have a good day. Your neighborhood nurse says bye. Take care.